Hello, this video is for you if you're feeling under the weather, or if like me you're recovering from a cough, a cold or flu-like symptoms. We won't be doing anything particularly energetic, but I hope it will help you feel better. You can do it on your bed, you can do it on a mat. And I've got a couple of sofa cushions, a blanket and a pillow, but you can use whatever you have, duvet, stack of pillows, whatever you need. You just need some support to prop you up so you don't lie flat, particularly if you have a cough and you want to feel cozy and comfortable. You may also need some tissues, and if you do have a cough, grab a glass of water just to soothe the throat. So get what you need and then come into a comfortable seated position. Either cross-legged with the legs out in front, you can lean against a wall, you can lean against a stack of pillows. Just get to some place that you can hold for a while and be comfortable. Once you are settled, let's tune in to the body as a whole. When we are unwell, particularly with things like head colds and coughs, we tend to only focus on one part of the body, usually from the neck up, and we sort of detach ourselves from the rest of the body. So just close your eyes and tune in to your body as a whole, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Notice where you might be holding any tension, and see if you can make those little adjustments to release around the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Find length to the spine, and just make sure you're not gripping with the thighs or squeezing the bottom. Just settle and be here now. So we're going to focus in on the breathing now. If you are a little bit congested and your nose is bunged up, it's absolutely fine to just breathe through the mouth. We're going to be doing lion's breath. It's an interesting one and we do look strange doing it, but it is useful for boosting the immune system. It can really help get rid of scratchy throats and irritating coughs. It can help with decongesting the body. And it can calm the system while also boosting your energy as well. So it's a perfect one to do when you're not feeling well. So we're going to be breathing in through the nose if that's possible for you today. If not, just breathe in through the mouth. And as you breathe out, you're going to open your mouth wide, stick your tongue out and flatten it down towards the floor. And as you breathe out, you're going to make a hissing sound to the back of the throat. So this is where this sort of soothing of the throat comes. So we breathe in. As you breathe out, open the mouth. Let's do the same again, breathing in. Going to do 5 more rounds. And on the last one, we're just going to hold the tongue out for a little bit longer. Breathe in. You may notice around the mouth and around the throat different sensations there. It's a good one to do when you're feeling the beginnings of a sore throat coming in. Quite often it can stop it in its tracks, but when you do have a cold, you can do it regularly throughout your day to help decongest, boost your immune system, and hopefully help you feel a little bit more energized. I'm going to continue now with just a steady breath, again breathing in through the nose if you can and out through the nose if you can, but it's fine to breathe in and out through the mouth. And we're going to come through some gentle stretches and restorative poses. Any point you feel uncomfortable, you feel unwell, please do take a rest and you can always come back to it again. So we'll stay in our comfortable seated position. We're lengthening the spine, we're dropping the shoulders down, and I'd like you to just start to roll the shoulders back. Quite often when we're unwell, we tend to huddle into ourselves to comfort ourselves with hugs, hunching the shoulders, pulling in blankets, but it does mean that we can get quite tense and quite tight through the upper body. So let's just take a few more shoulder circles to loosen. And then easing the shoulders down creates space between the earlobes and the collarbones, and we'll just slowly turn the head from side to side, noticing any crunches, any clicks, any different sensations from side to side. I can actually hear that in my ears where I'm still a little bit bunged up. Let's do a couple more. And then come to the center, and we'll take the chin down and bring it back up, carefully looking to the ceiling. So no force here, just a steady movement, and you only go to the point that feels right for you. Let's do one more. And then come back to having the jawline parallel with the mat. We can take the hands to the thighs, and then we just start to circle the body, moving forwards to the side and back. So you're moving the body around the hips, moving the spine. Notice how that feels. Any restrictions, any tight bits. And we'll go the opposite way. All the time staying with our nice, easy breath. Just moving to the point of comfort. There's no force here. Do two more. Come back to the center. Interlink the fingers. Push the palms to the ceiling, reaching up, dropping the shoulders down. And then taking your right hand to your mat or to the bed, wherever you are, and lengthen up through the left side. Trying to keep the hip down, reaching through the fingertips, and breathe into that left side of the body. From here, turn the chest towards the knee and just reach the arm as if you were reaching to shake hands with somebody, and find length a little bit more around the shoulder blade, going down the back. Turn back to the ceiling, we come up, and we'll go over to the other side. Left hand down, right arm lifts, and we find length. Keep gluing the hips to the floor and reaching out through the fingertips. From here, turn the chest towards the knee and reach with that right arm, again as if you were going to shake hands with somebody. Just find that little bit more stretch into the upper back and down the side of the body. Come back up, take the arms wide, take a breath. As you breathe out, right arm comes on top, give yourself a hug, and just take a little rocking movement as you start to bring a bit of rotation to the spine. And if you haven't done anything for a while, you may find there's a few little crunches and clicks. Come back to the center, take the arms out wide, breathe in. As you breathe out, left arm on top again, we start to rock. Quite soothing, nurturing the body. Come back, we do the same again, take a breath. As you breathe out, the right arm comes on top, and you can go back to the hug, or you can come into eagle arms, and we can hold the forearm, the thumb, or bring the hands together. Let's lift the elbows slightly, press the forearms together, and think about separating your shoulder blades so you get that opening across the back. And with each breath, try to inhale and expand the back of the rib cage. Exhale, soften into it. You can maintain that, or you can take a little rounding forwards through the upper back, indulge the position, and see if you can increase that stretch. Come back up. Let's take the arms out wide again. Take another breath. Left arm comes on top. You can stay with the hug, or we do our eagle arms this way round. Lifting up, shoulders down, separating the shoulder blades. Come back to that steady breath. Inhaling, expanding the rib cage. Exhaling, softening into it. If it's right for you, you can round forwards, but if it's not, if you're feeling it in the sinuses a little bit today, you might not want to bring your head forwards. Come back up, do the arms, release and roll the shoulders back, and hopefully we've created a bit of warmth into the upper part of the back. From here we're going to take the arms out wide, lengthen from the heel of one hand to the heel of the other, and just start to draw the arms back. Feel that opening across the chest. If you have been sort of hunched up and curled up for the last few days, it feels quite nice to open the chest. Come back to the breath, again breathing as deep as feels right for you, and just use the inhalation to open through the ribs, through the chest, and the exhalation to relax. Keep that going, staying with that steady breath, and if it's right for you, you can take your hands behind your head, draw back a little wider with the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and just continue for a few more rounds of breath. Release those arms, undo the legs, have a little shake. And then we're going to keep the right leg out in front and just bend your left knee. So if you want to put a pillow or something under the left knee for support, you can. We're not going to collapse forwards again. If you have any kind of sinus issues at the moment, it's not going to be comfortable. We're looking to lengthen this extended leg around the hip and along the spine. So we take a breath, lift the arms. As you breathe out, just bring the hands down in front, keep the head up, walk the hands forwards, but keeping the head up so we're moving the chest forwards. Closing your eyes and breathe into it. If you do feel the body release, take the hands a little further forward, but again, keep the head up, lengthen from tailbone to the crown of the head. Hands back in, coming up, and let's change sides. Extending the leg forwards, using that pillow for support, finding length, taking a breath, and as you breathe out, walk the hands forwards, keeping the head up, lengthening from the base of the spine to the top of the head. Closing your eyes, always tuning in to how you feel. If it does release, go a little further and just stay and breathe. hands in, uncurl, we're going to undo the legs and just shake them out a little. So you're going to grab your pillows, anything that you need, and you're going to come onto your hands and knees. So have everything stacked in front of you, and then we come onto your hands and knees and we'll just come through a cat stretch to start with. So taking a breath and looking forwards. As you breathe out, tucking the chin, rounding the spine up. Inhaling, lifting the head and arching the back, sliding the shoulder blades down. Exhaling, squeezing the air out as you round through. Let's do this a few times, getting the whole of the spine moving. And then come back to your flat back position. So we're going to move up a little closer to the cushions now. We can take the knees out wide or wider and start to sit the bottom back into child's pose. From here, you can rest your arms on top, turn your head to one side and just let the hips sink. And as you hold, you may find that you can go a little lower. So you take various pillows away, but just get to a point where you feel that you can release through the back, you can relax into it. You might be able to slide your knees a little wider so we open the hips. And then just stay for a few breaths. Letting go of tension, expanding the back of the rib cage. And breathing into it. And then as you hold, let's turn the head the other way. Rest your head. So we're taking the neck and stretching it the other way. And then stay as you are. Just release the hands, lift the chest. And we're going to come into a supported pigeon pose. So again, you decide on the height. I'm going to do this with my left leg as it's nearer the camera. I'm just going to take my left knee just to the outside of the pillows, slide the right leg back, and you can wiggle your left foot out from underneath you. And then bring pillows, bolster, whatever you need in front of you. Rest your arms down. I might go a little higher for this one. And then settle in. So you want to get to a point where you feel supported, you feel balanced, and you can relax, and you can have your head up or you can have your forehead onto your hands. You want to feel you're releasing around the hip, around the lower back. You're lengthening your right leg. And then we stay and breathe. Bring the hands to the floor. Just gently push up back to the knees and we'll change the legs over. So now you're going to bring your right knee just up to the outside of your pillow, slide your right leg back and then come down onto your cushions, just adjusting as you need to. At any point this is too much, you can come back to that wide leg child's pose again and then just settle in, letting the body relax and breathing into it. Just release your hands, push up onto your hands and knees and come up into a seated position, and we'll come into some relaxation. So what you want is to stack your pillows so you can lie with your head higher than your chest, so you're less likely to cough. So I've just popped one cushion underneath these two sofa cushions just to lift it up and give me a little bit of an incline. So we're going to be lying back onto here, opening the chest and coming into a relaxation pose. So if you would like your blanket, or if you're on your bed, you can cover yourself over with your duvet. And I'm going to leave you here at the end of this video just to relax, and you can stay for as long as you like, as long as it's comfortable. So have your pillows stacked, and then we turn our backs on the pillows, and you need to sort of play around with whereabouts you sit. So I'm going to have the cushions quite close to the base of my spine as I lie back, and then cover myself over so I'm comfortable and warm. And just settle in. Now if this isn't comfortable for your lower back, you can always bend your knees and you can always slide down a little bit lower on that stack of cushions, but make sure that your head is always higher than your chest. Now because we're opening the upper body, we're going to take the arms out a little wider. So if you have been a little bit tight through the front of the body, this is going to help open the chest. We've got the shoulders down and you're just settling in. Notice how your body feels now. Hopefully we've released around the hips, the lower and upper back. And then come back to your focus on your breathing. Again, you can breathe through the mouth if you need to. But I'd like you to try and breathe a little deeper. So inhaling, breathing deep into the belly, feeling the rib cage expand, letting the collarbones lift. And on a slow, controlled exhale, just settle into the cushions, release tension, and let your body relax. As you continue, think about slowing the breathing down. As your breathing becomes deeper, the exhalation will become longer. And you can turn your thoughts inwards onto that slow control of the breath. Just being in the here and now, taking time to look after yourself, nurturing your mind and your body. I hope you feel better soon.